Hello, hello. Happy Thursday afternoon. I hope you are well. The sun is shining here where I am in St Albans. I hope the sun is shining on you also. Got a really exciting showcase today with the wonderful Jodi Schajer, who is a former head teacher, now a qualified coach, and on her way to becoming accredited with the ICF, the International Coaching Federation. So we're going to meet Jodi today. We're going to learn about Jodi's background, her route into coaching, who she works with as a coach, and then why she decided to go down the route of ICF accreditation. So I'm really looking forward to this conversation today and hope you are too. So welcome, Jodi. Thank you so much for being here with me today.
Hi, Sarah.
Hello.
Hi, Sarah.
Hello, we're really excited to have you today. So Jodi, I'd love you please too, for those of us who don't know you yet, just give us a little intro about yourself, your business, what you do.
Sure. So I guess I've always worked with people. Started volunteering in youth camps and made my way into education, and then gradually became a head teacher, as you do. Realised looking back, I think I've always been coaching because my integrity and my deep held beliefs were very much about empowering people and facilitating people and really listening and engaging and investing in people. Then I came to a special birthday approaching and decided that I would treat myself and invest in the next stage of my life. And I qualified as a coach. And I've now started doing my coaching, really taking my belief in people and that integrity that I have and just continuing that. It's really the best part of what I was doing as a teacher and educator, and just enjoying every moment of it.
Oh, Jodi, I can feel the joy emanating from you as you are talking about that and celebrating you as well, because it really takes, I think it takes vision and it really takes courage to say, hey, I've been in a secure, it's not an easy profession, but it is a secure profession, to be in a role where, you're good, you're contributing, to then think, actually, it's time for me to look ahead and think, what am I going to do in the next stage of my life? So it's really, really inspiring.
And it was, I picked a course and I trained, I did coaching kind of on a course, but I think the best things for me was meeting the people that I was training with and realizing that even though I wanted to go into this as self-employed and in my own business, I've benefited hugely from the amazing people who I've met on my journey, through the Coaching Catalyst, through the mentor program, through the group supervision, and even more so with our special group of mentees who've worked together in terms of working towards the ICF accreditation. I've really loved and benefited from the ongoing learning that I've been doing as part of that, the reflecting back at me, very selfishly, but always leaves me feeling stronger and inspired and motivated to continue through those hard times. And I've really enjoyed just learning from other people and taking on board their advice. And it's been really good for me and really healthy for me to shake things up a bit, to take myself out of the rut that I was in before. And I think there's a lot of it. Before I really went into the coaching, I thought I can't really coach other people until I'm really secure in what I'm doing for myself. So having the coaching myself has been incredibly beneficial, and continuing to have that alongside coaching others is just such a joy. It's such an investment in myself. And I think the people around me and my family and the people who know me best would say that I'm a better person now than I was then. I'm a lot less fraught. I'm able to listen. I give the time better. But I've reached a level of contentment, actually, which just comes from that continual growing and learning that I'm doing.
Oh, Jodi.
And yeah, no, I was also just going to say that it's what started off as being really daunting in the beginning and a whole new experience is just exciting now, even with all the pitfalls and all the little niggles that happen, because it's the strength of the people who you meet on that journey, going through it with you, and knowing that they're there, that you can tap into that community.
Oh, Jodi, thank you. That is beautiful to hear. There's so much in what you have talked about there, and again, you know, that expression of the contentment and the joy as well. So thank you so much for sharing that. You're absolutely right. I think you and I share that value. We're both former educators. We both share that value of lifelong learning, the continuous growth and continuous development. And, you know, we share that outlook, don't we, that it's not okay just to do one thing and then just to stop and to plateau, that actually we've got to continue to deepen, to improve our skills. And we do that both for ourselves and we do it for the people that we work with. I love the fact that your family and the people close to you have recognized the impact it's had on you personally, as well as the impact professionally. That's really wonderful.
They've been great. I think as I say, I didn't realize I've been coaching for as long as I've been coaching. But you know, I think some of my biggest successes from all of that are, at the moment, I've got 3 children in different parts of the world, feeling resilient, and they're not naive to think life isn't going to throw them hurdles. What they do have, because we've done a lot of coaching as a family, is that belief that they hold the answers within themselves, they can face the challenges, they think, and we do a lot of talking as what's the worst that can happen. So they don't plan for the worst, but they accept the worst, and then they can face it, they can deal with it. They're inspiring to their friends. I listen to them coach their friends without them realizing it. It's a natural form of conversation for them. And I see their strength. They reflect and they set themselves goals, and they don't let fear hold them back. They use that as a impetus to drive themselves on. And it's not just watching them. You know, I've had some really lovely successes in some of the people that I've coached. I've watched people come through the ranks and get themselves new jobs and embrace leadership at different levels. I've got some, you know, clients who are going into headships, who are embarking on setting up their own business, who have put themselves forward for managerial positions. And when I think about the journey and where we were at the very beginning with the sense of, oh, I can't do this, or those jobs aren't for me, or I've got nothing to give, and where we get to at the end of coaching with these clients going into interviews standing really strong and proud of what they do bring to those positions and their skills and qualities, and they can talk about them with absolute belief and meaning, and they go in, you know, with the confidence into those interviews, and they've all secured the jobs that they wanted. I work with leaders in all different guises, and even with, you know, young teens who lead youth groups or who lead groups in different ways. Some work in a Sunday school and they lead Sunday school afternoon weekly groups. Some work in play schemes, and they say to me in the beginning, oh, we're not really a leader, they're just playing. But then, you know, through coaching, they come away and they realize that actually they are leaders, and those are the skills that they can then take into the wider world once they work out what career they want to do in the future. And they're a lot more in tune with the skills that they have, the qualities that they have. There's something very special for me in watching that light bulb moment. I experienced it a lot as a teacher. I experienced it a lot as a head teacher. And that's the thing I wanted to still experience as the coach. And it's a very privileged position, I think, as a coach, when your client has that light bulb moment, and when they go, oh, I get it, I believe it, I know that I can do this, and I'm going to do this. And it's my treat to have that reward for me. It sounds really selfish, but I get as much out of coaching as the client gets out of coaching. It's celebratory, it's very healing. And I feel at the moment, with a lot of anxiety in the world and other kind of stresses, it's very nice to be in that moment where we celebrate the good, where we have those enlightening moments. And when someone leaves a session stronger and able to go on their way, feeling a lot more grounded. So I get as much out of coaching as I hope my clients do.
Oh, Jodi, thank you. That was beautiful. That was an incredible testament to the power of coaching, the positive impacts. So you've talked about your children, you've talked about what you've witnessed personally, but also what you've witnessed with the leaders that you have coached as well, and the joy that you get from the work that you do. So, for those of you who don't know, Jodi has been a client of us at the Coaching Catalysts to take part in our ICF mentoring program for the pathway towards ICF accreditation with the ACC. And I have joined that cohort as well as my pathway towards PCC. So as well as us having a kind of, sort of having a client relationship, we've also got a peer relationship because we've been in that mentor coaching process together. So Jodi, first of all, what was it that made you think, do you know what, I want to pursue the ICF accreditation?
A lot of it was about having the bug to do that learning and to continue doing the learning for myself, because I realized that the more I keep up with that thinking and I keep up with that professionalism, the better and the stronger it makes me. I also did want the accreditation because people ask for it somehow. It's recognized, and it's recognized in many places, and it adds another layer to what it is that you do. And the exam at the end doesn't bother me. As I say, I think the thing that really spoke to me actually was the group sessions that we had leading up to the accreditation. And it's always a treat, I think, to be sitting in a room with, a virtual room, but with a small group of people who have a shared belief and who have a shared vision and shared values. And you don't need to explain what coaching is. You're already in the room as coaches, and you learn and you can challenge your practice in a very gentle, safe space, and you allow yourself to learn. And I found the group that we were in incredibly supportive. It's always nice to come out of that isolated bubble as when you're self-employed and you're working on your own, doing the leading of a session, to then be back in with the group and able to learn from others. So it's collaborative and that peer support. And for me, it's nice because that peer support has continued, which is what I was hoping for. But also, as part of what the Coaching Catalyst offered, were also the mentor sessions with Lizzie. And Lizzie has been amazing in that she's reflected things back at me, has given me those really insightful, my own light bulb moments, which have been brilliant. In fact, when I was talking to Rebecca, and I was telling Rebecca where I was, and we had one of our catch-ups. This time I was crying tears of joy and celebration, just as to where I've come on my journey, and my own beliefs and my own strength as a coach. And Rebecca's seen me go through this journey. You've seen me go through this journey, and doing the program with the ICF and doing the program with Lizzie and yourself, it's just left me even more excited and motivated and inspired to continue, and just really recognizing the value of what it is that I can offer people, and being able to have the accreditation alongside that, really.
Super, Jodi. Thank you very much. And I agree, it's been an incredible process. The sessions have been, again, for those of you who don't know, the sessions have been held by our ICF mental coach, Lizzie Martin, and she's been absolutely wonderful in challenging us, in guiding us and supporting us through that process of ICF mental coaching. And then alongside that, Rebecca has supported the coaches going through the process with the practicalities through the coaching huddles. And I know, Jodi, you've really appreciated that support. So and I'm sure if you're watching this, you cannot fail to be inspired by listening to Jodi and to her story. So if you want to connect with Jodi after this, we have put in the comments her links here. So link to her email, a link to her website, and do reach out and connect with Jodi also on LinkedIn. So Jodi, thank you so much for your time today. It's been such a pleasure to speak to you. Thank you. Okay, so if you are a coach and you have been inspired what Jodi said about the route to ICF accreditation in terms of the learning it offers you, in terms of having the accreditation itself, and that supporting you to really stand out as a coach, and being in an environment where you know you're going to be really well mentored and supported by us at the Catalysts, we are opening doors, or doors are open to our mentor coaching program. So what you can do is you can come over and join us for the mentor coaching program, which is going to start in September. So if you head to bit.ly/catalysts mentor coaching, you can come and check out that program and come and join us for that program, which is going to start in September. We originally had a start date of July, but because of summer holidays, etc., we're going to move to September. And then you will know that as a coach, you can head into 2025 knowing that you are well on your route to your ICF accreditation. So thank you so much for your joining. Any questions that you have, pop them over to us at the Coaching Catalysts, and do head over and connect with Jodi. She is a wonderful human. Thanks, everybody. Thank you for joining. Take care. Bye-bye.